Hi friends, and a very warm welcome to our first podcast of our first series called Bold Ambitions From Ideas to Success. Today we have with us Mr. Rushabh Gujar, who is the founder of Yaha Events and Productions. With that, he has founded another company called Bespoke Nails and Spa. We'll engage in a very interesting discussion with him today. To be honest, I'm personally very excited for this because I never thought I'll sit with him this way. We used to be in many classes and all together when we were kids, and today I think he's formed a company of over 3 crore rupee revenue. So I think that's something worth appreciating. So without much delay, we'll start. Rushabh, anything you want to say before we start?
Quite excited. This is my first podcast ever.
Same here. Okay, so to start with Rushabh, the first question, what inspired you to start? I think you started your company at the age of 21. So what inspired you to start an event organizing company at the age of 21, which is around 6-7 years back from today's time?
So I would like to go a bit more back than 6-7 years. Right after my 12th, when I was very confused what to do, and family was more about a degree course, and I was never about a study person of the degree course. So I landed up taking computer applications, which I could never do it for 3 years when I was in MIT. So while doing computer applications, what I got my interests in was events, which were happening in MIT.
Got it.
And then from a person who was sitting in the lectures for the first complete week to a person who never sat in lectures after the first week was my change and interests in events started developing from it. That's why I could get more and more confident about my own self, because that was a field where I could do everything.
So I think for the first time I'm meeting someone who went into computer engineering and from there found his interest in event organizing and shifted there. So I think that's interesting. Tell me one thing, Rushabh. Today I think you're 26.
Yeah.
And at this age you've reached a 3 crore plus revenue. How do your parents feel about it?
So in the start, it was just a brand. Not even a brand, just a logo put on my Instagram. Okay, I'm starting with this.
We're there today.
And then talking to my dad, I need an office. In that time, the family is like, तब तक for family events is like शादियाँ करवा रहा है, या शादी में catering करवा रहा है, plates उठा रहा है. So that is what traditional event means. But then it was a question: why do you need an office? Do you want to do events permanently? Do you really want to do it? We thought it's just a hobby, or you're just doing to kill your time. But then after 2 months of convincing, that was a period when Dad had input कि अभी तूने office कर लिया. Now get serious about this. To today, that time Dad talking to me, be serious. It's your business. You have invested out here. So now Dad talking to people outside that he struggles too much and his way of working is much better than me, and his finances and his working is much progressive, and this is the best industry he's working with. So that is a journey from Dad's no revenue mode to complete revenue mode, and that is a most challenging phase to convince your family from a traditional business to a service industry.
That's nice. I'm sure they'll be proud. Okay, so moving to our next question, Rushabh. What was your vision and goal when you first started this company, and how has it evolved over time?
So while starting the company, while putting the name, ऐसे बहुत ख्याल आ रहे थे दिमाग में, कि दिल में कि बहुत कुछ बड़ा करेंगे. I'll do IFA, I'll do F1, I'll do this and that. But then as you enter the industry and you sit with your team and you understand growth, that is very, very, very different. Very different. And the luxurious event industry, which looks from outside, is not that. It's too much of a black screen, which is just portraying a movie to you, but the team working behind and the owners of event companies working behind are actually slogging day and night. And it's not a luxury industry at all. So the thought that time was to do very big events. But the thought right now is to do meaningful stuff more.
Wow, that's I think quite. Yeah.
Maybe events for sustainable future, events for kids and people to evolve,
So something that's more impactful rather than something that's more visible to the world. Is that?
Yeah, definitely. So the main thing which comes in it is do something which goes back with the person and not just something that a person sits back and watch.
I think that's a very important learning for me also. At least when I see where I place myself today, I think that's something I'm also trying to be honest to have the shift actually. So coming to the next question, Rushabh, what are according to you some key skills or qualities that you feel are essential for success in any service field, not only event managing but any service field? Some key skills.
So a very key skill for any service industry would be any product. Let's compare it to the product industry and the service industry.
Okay.
Any product industry. For example, if you want to buy an AC, maybe a Philips or maybe a Daikin or of any company, they have their own marketing team who's doing the marketing.
Correct.
They have their own logistic teams who are sending you the products.
Right.
They have their own supply chain management. What you have to do is place it in your shelf.
Correct.
Get people to your board or take a good shop at the main road side at a key point and then sell it. But when it comes to a service industry, you are your own marketing team, you are your own supply team, you are your own logistics team, and you are the show person who is running.
True, that's true.
So for this, the key thing is an all-side aspect ratio to think about every field when you're working with and never give up. Service industry takes around 10 years to settle.
Oh,
5 to 10 years to settle when you want to make a revenue which runs all your desires, all your family needs, all your upcomings, and maybe some goals you have set. It is post 10 years down the line. Until that time, they are just hurdles which you're crossing. I did an event of 2 lakhs, I did an event of 20 lakhs, I did an event of 2 crores. These are just your steps climbing up. After 10 years, you sit back and everything is running because your marketing is done, your supply chain is done, your logistics is done. So for 10 years, never give up is the key attitude, key point or quality you should have.
Wow. So there's nothing like overnight success.
Nothing.
Okay. Rushabh, one more thing I'm really curious about is that all the industries, but especially the one in which you are, the event organizing, it's constantly developing. Like, कल जो किया था आज वो करोगे तो fail होने वाले हो.
Definitely.
That is the biggest. So what is your, like, how do you approach the process of brainstorming? Because you actually have to come up with a new idea every single day. Right, you cannot use your model of चलो 5 साल पहले का अभी नहीं वापस सकते common sense. But even yesterday का if you do today, people will directly show you on your Instagram only, and all your events are on your Instagram. Right. Your new client will tell you कि तूने उसको जो चिपकाया था वो तो मेरे को चिपकाया. So does that happen actually?
Yeah, that does happen.
So how do you encounter the process of brainstorming?
Well, again, there are 2 classifications in this thing. 70% of your client is going to be capacity.
Correct.
What you have. This is the question, what you have. You show them the same presentation, you show them what you have done, and they take it and they like it. 30% clientele is your clientele which asks you to brainstorm.
So how do you brainstorm?
So how do you brainstorm is to first not put your entire head onto it. क्या कर सकते हैं? No, that is going to take you to a dead end.
Oh, okay.
So that is going to give you 10 different concepts. And you never know what the client is thinking of. Think like this, that the 10 concept doesn't match his thought. You make him wait for a week, you create your presentations, you show him 10 concepts. After a week, he's like, done, isko nahi jam raha. You go. So very key note or very key point to start your brainstorming is spend some time with your client to understand what he wants. Then get back to your team. Put the keywords or the key hashtags in front of the team and then go into the depth. Just for an example, if it's something about essentials or it's something about eco material. So go to the depth of that material. Try to create something and not buy. So in brainstorming, firstly skip the word to buy from the market and put an word to create, to make. Nice. That's when your brainstorming will start.
Nice.
You'll find thing on Google, you'll find thing on Pinterest, which is buyable, which is available in the market. Don't look at that. Create something on your own. Keep that aside. You start brainstorming.
Nice. I really like that. It's a really good answer. Okay, considering the same topic of our audiences, so brainstorming तो चलो एक चीज है. Sometimes now, even in one event, there are diverse kinds of audiences that come for the same event. How do you ensure to have your events in a way where you cater to the interest of all the audiences? कोई बच्चा है, कोई बूढ़ा है, कोई X background से है, कोई Y background से है. आपका वो एक event, how do you place it where each one of them enjoys?
So, when you talk about the age group, there's only one common factor which all age group can match. एक age group आपका sound, music या band तो match कर नहीं सकता. Some feel some like retro, some like techno, some like rap. The age group, the higher age group will not like a dance floor. They would like to sit behind. Higher age group will not like a comedy show. They'll like something like a Jugal Nandi or something of that type. The key thing to get all in one type is food.
Wow, okay.
So, give them the best food. That is a very keynote of any event. He or she or any kid, put some good kids stalls in the food, put some good authentic food for the elders, and put some good chart food for the mid-age group. All are happy with your food and they take your contact event this locate all this stuff.
Yeah, but reminds me what जेठालाल once told कि किसी आदमी के दिल तक पहुंचने का रास्ता उसके पेट से होके गुजरता है. I think it's something important. So after food, I think let's come to something very different, which is the use of technology. Where do you place the importance and the role of technology, and how does it affect every other aspect?
Okay. So, decor and technicals. These are the two parts of any event.
Correct. Yes.
Decor is not that much affected by the technology because it is creation of fabrics, florals, and iron fabrications. This is a complete different part. But when it comes to technology, you're talking about an event that is your sound, your lights, your SFX, special effects, which are taking up as anything in today's market. With Sangeet events or with corporate events. And you have to be updated about this every day.
Every day.
Every day. Let's not talk about any abroad country like China or any United States company or any people from outside India. It's a far topic, but in India, every day there is something or the other created in technology in India by Indian.
Wow. I think that's something to also be proud of. Where I think our Prime Minister is taking it towards Atmanirbhar Bharat.
Definitely. And
so does that vision also affect your?
Definitely it does. So with many steps which the government of India took, because of that, many youth, many people got an advantage of creating their own. There are so many companies and so many individuals who have started with SFX, which is special effects, which is a part of technology in all the events. It is just evolving.
Right.
So right when we started our events, it was I don't know if you can relate to it. It was just a bubble machine. Bubbles, not even a bubble machine. There were people who used to blow out bubbles.
Right.
Today it's a bubble machine which throws out bubbles. And somewhere around in Delhi and in the northern part of India where events are more hype, there are machines which are actually creating human-sized bubbles. Just to give you an example.
Is it?
Yeah, this is true.
Wow.
That's how technology is taking, and this is something created in India.
Wow, that's amazing.
So that's how technology is taking up every day, and you have to be upgraded and be up to date with the technology which is happening.
Wow. We'll take a short break over here, and and please join us in the second part of this conversation as we continue with Rushabh Gujar.
It was interesting, but now let's see what we have next.
Yes, of course.